Good morning all, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a quite quick one. It's bright and early. I'm recording this now at just after 7 AM. Wow. Okay, it's not early for some, but it's early for me. I have retired now. This is all about fuel in these very, very oddball times that we are living in due to political nonsense happening over there. Yeah, Russia. It's all about the cost of fuel, what you can do to save yourself some money. I have been in and around the motor industry for 45 years, driven big V8 cars for many, many years, so I know the cost of fuel. I've been through a couple of fuel crisis shortages where we didn't get fuel at all, or you queued. I've been where fuel has been very expensive in comparison to how wages were back in the day 20-30 years ago. So this is nothing new to me, but this is my take on what you should do to keep that car on the road or to keep motoring in these very bad times, especially for fossil fuel car drivers. And this, by the way, is mainly pointed at my UK subscribers and watchers. Hello all around the world, keep safe. Let's hope for better times. We've always had expensive fuel in the UK, let's get this right here. And to be honest, they've had many, many years of great tax input and not put a great deal of it back into the roads, etc. They've used it for other things. And again, I'm not getting political. So let's bring it down to what we're paying now for a litre of fuel. On the news this morning, on the media, which I'm beginning to lose complete faith with, they're saying that the average cost of a litre now for petrol is around 161 and for diesel 164. Well, I can drive you now past the BP just up from me here, and that is 192 a litre. Average? I think they're getting the figures wrong. I really do. Unless you're very lucky and you're near somewhere that's got it still at 160 a litre, then you're doing exceptionally well on this day at this time. Anyway, moving on. Let's put it in perspective here, folks. Like I said, I've been through some lean times in fuel. I've been through a couple of fuel crisis episodes, and we all got out of it. We all got back motoring and we're all big smiley again. I think this is a massive change. I think this will change the world. I think that fossil fuels will be dictated as a premium product in the future. And before I go any further, I will still say that I 100% believe the future is with electric cars or renewable sustainable energy to supply that electric. Okay, so let's get that straight from day one. My thoughts are not changing here, folks. What I will say is, if you're a fossil fuel, dino fuel, fossil head, whatever my little knocks in my past posts have had a crack at and named you, I do feel for you to a point, because I know out there's a lot of people who cannot make the changes or the personal changes I'm going to say and advise you to in a moment. It's all down to budgets. Let's get this right before I go any further. I don't want a load of comments after this saying, oh, I'm a single parent and I run this car to go to work and I care for people. I know you do, and I know there's a lot of hardship out there. So this is not a dig at anybody's budget, anybody's class, because that's already been chucked at me. Oh, the working class can't own EVs. What a load of bull. See this here, this guy who's in this shirt, I'm working class. I came from a family of 6 people on a council estate in the UK. I'm no better than anyone else. I've got an average education from an average school system in the 70s. Good God, it were useless. Come on, let's face a few facts here. And I've got where I am today through bloody hard work. So that EV outside has come about through my hard work. Never been left anything in my life, so there's no inheritance thing involved in this. I've never won the lottery, never. I buy used, and that EV out there, that little BMW i3, is a used vehicle. So that's my point number one. Used vehicles. Now, I won't mention electric cars at the moment. Let's keep it fossil. If you are running a 15 to 20,000 pound newish fossil fuel car, especially diesel, because that's the worst thing to own at the moment, sell it. Get rid of that 20k, that 10k, that 15k diesel sitting on your drive that you use for work and to take the kids around and to go on holiday in. I say that because diesel prices are going up quicker than anything else. Diesel cars in the UK for personal transportation are diving. I believe it's only 14% of all cars registered last month were diesels. Something tells you there. That's point one. Sell the bloody diesel. One, you'll be doing your local area a big favour. Get it off somewhere else. Let them sort out the smells from the back of your exhaust. Two, okay, you'll get some decent money for it now, because trust me, in 2 or 3 years' time, your diesel is going to be worth even less. I'm not talking about normal depreciation, I'm talking about under depreciation. That bit that from, you know, the norm to the low, and diesels are going to go low. So get rid now. Get it changed for a petrol, at least. If you don't want to run a straight petrol, I don't like saying it, but conventional hybrids, boring as they are, will give you around 15% more miles per gallon. So get it gone, okay? Point two. My point two, to save you some money and to help you along in these real crappy times, downsize. Downsize that big SUV. Downsize the pickup truck you've got out there with a big 3 litre diesel in it. Downsize the 1.6 Nissan Juke that you might have out there. Ask yourself, do you need a 1.6 engine or a 2 litre engine or a 1.8 petrol or diesel engine? No, you don't. There's some quite capable cars out there now, even as small and as horrible as the Toyota Aygo with a 1 litre engine. Now, I've ran one of them things, and I ran one for about a week, or no, it was nearly 2 weeks, up and down the A38 major A roads in the UK. I'm not light-footed, folks, you know what I'm saying? I use the car as I use it. I was only getting 38 to the gallon on average out of that, but 38 to the gallon to some people is a lot when you've only been getting 25 to 30 if you've got a bigger engined SUV. You've also got to ask yourself why you want that SUV on your drive, why you want the big estate car. What have you got? 5 kids? Oh no, you've only got 1. So if you've got 1 child then, okay, or even 2 children, what do you want with a big oversized SUV costing you a fortune to run? Get rid. Downsize is my number 2, okay? And like I say, even if you've got the 1.6 Nissan Juke, downsize. Get rid of it, go smaller. Go as small as you possibly can. Downsize as much as possible on engine size and car size, okay? This will create wealth straight away. So instead of getting that 35 to the gallon on average, you could push yourself to 45 to the gallon on average. That's 10 more miles per gallon. You might even save some money on your insurance as well, and even on your road tax, VED. So downsize is my number 2. So let's go to number 3. The third one on my list is the way you drive. Look, I'll mention these big booties again. I'm heavy-footed. I like to be pushed back in my seat. Another reason why I had an electric car. I like to go forward fast, and I always have done, and always will do. Sadly, at my age, even I'm like a big boy. But I do like that in motoring. That's why I went electric over the big V8, because it's just as quick. So bring me on to number 3, and that is your style of driving. You've got to slow down. Take the big foot off. Be very light-footed, okay? Don't brake sudden when you come to T-junctions. Don't brake when you come to roundabouts. Let your car slow down naturally. Be very tender on the foot. That accelerator, the less you use it, the less fuel you use, okay? This is common sense, you know? Slow down, keep the speed limits, don't rush off lights, don't brake hard. I would say you could gain a good 15 to 20% miles per gallon if you did that religiously and kept to it. Now within number 3, because I'm going to make this short, I don't want a big long video and post on this, service costs. Now I agree with Quinton Wilson, who was on telly the other day, and he basically said the same as I'm saying now, and I 100% agreed with him. And that is that, you know, if you've got a fossil fuel car and you've not had it serviced for a while, go and do it. Get that old air filter took, or do it yourself. Get that old air filter took out, junk it, change your oil, get some nice, proper clean oil in that engine, make it lubricate well and drive, you know, and go better. Every little counts when you're driving a fossil fuel car. The antiquated combustion engine needs love and attention, okay? You've got to give it. So if you've not had your car serviced proper for a few years, get it going, go and get it done. You might cost you a couple of £100 to get it done, but you'll get that money back over a year with the price of fuel, all right? Same as spark plugs, they wear. You know, spark plugs wear, and the gap gets wider as they eat themselves away. get them changed. Part of the service. So that's part of my number 3 as well. Slow down, react better when you're driving. / secondly, on number 3, go and get your car serviced. Just something I will mention here, and that is, if you're on a limited budget and you are using cars at £500 or £1,000, make sure it's not a big engine one. Let's just forget all these 1.6 and 2 litres and 1.8. You don't need them for a day-to-day drive. Get down to 1.1s, 1.2s, 1.4s maximum. There's no need nowadays to have more than a 1.4, litre engine in any fossil car. So that's maybe the way to looking at it. You can too downsize, but downsize to your budget. Okay, so you buy something at between £500 to £1,000 with a smaller engine, be it a smaller car. So you've got to live around your own lifestyles on this one, folks. I'm not here to preach, and I'm not here to say what you should do. I'm just here to guide. I've been there, done it. I've been in that £500 sector. I've been in that 1,000. I was buying cars at 50 quid back in the day, when I was 18, and 50 quid was a lot of money then. My first car cost me £10. It was a Ford Corsair that needed work, and I drove that round illegally on the streets and roads when I was like 16, not even passed my test. Previous to that, I did do some driving. My dad used to let me drive home from the pub through town all the way back to the back of our garages when I was 14. Happy days, eh? But yeah, Mr. Plod, you won't get me on that now. I'll just deny it, allegedly. So yeah, been there, done it. So you guys on strict budgets, I do feel a bit for you, but at the end of the day, downsize still. Don't let it stop you. Okay, I'm going to finish this off nice and fast now. Number 4. My 4th is, if your budget can allow, please get yourself an EV. Okay, I'm not here to preach this, and this is not the main factor why I did this. This was to assist and help and give guidance over these horrible high fuel prices for everybody, including electric. But electric is 50% cheaper still if charged at night at your home. There is no question about that. So anybody who questions that is totally wrong, and I won't even argue or debate with you. It's fact here in the UK. 50% cheaper if you charge at home at night on a lower rate. I'm paying 18 pence a kilowatt. That's my new rate, by the way. 18 pence a kilowatt, giving me 4 mile. Go and do your maths, all right? So if your budget can allow, and you've got that 15, 20 grand car on that drive, get rid of it. Get out of fossil fuel. Come onto the EV scene. Because for £20,000, you'll get yourself a very nice EV. Albeit not a massive range, but you'll get yourself a good quality used EV. Trust me. Do it now, because if you don't, prices of used EVs are going to go through the roof, and the demand is going to outstrip what's there. So the prices are going to go up. Now's the time to do it, people. So that's my number 4. That's my last I'm going to say. Please transition over to an electric car. It don't suit all. It does not suit everybody. But on the pocket, okay, and up here, and for the environment, 100%, it does suit. Okay, that's it. I've done my rant this morning. It's now, 7:30. It took me 30 minutes to rant this. I'm going to get this on, and hopefully it will make some sense when I've edited it, because it's not made much sense to me as I've ranted. Please subscribe, thumbs up on the channel. The analytics look good and do me good. If you're not subscribed and you're new here, please subscribe. Click the icon bell to make sure that every time I put a video on, you get it. So have a great day, have a great weekend, and hopefully, even if you've took 1 minute of my rant away and you do something about it, great. All right. Keep safe, everybody. Try and keep as much money in your pocket as you can on this dumbass fuel price. I'm out of here. I've ranted. Later.